So I grab a strip of the wool stuffing, and I have kind of already made it into this like long like strip shape. And I grab the same scissors, like a long scissors, and you just wrap the wool around the blade part of the scissors, and you want to wrap it really tightly. So I'm wrapping, and even once I wrap, I kind of twist it until it won't twist in the wool anymore. And I want to go just a little above the blade, like up past, a little past the screw, I guess, is about the length that I want. And this will help you to have really firm legs for the horse, and make sure that it helps them to not be wobbly. Because if he has wobbly legs, he won't stand up. And I'm going to try to twist the scissors, and it's really tight, and it won't even twist in the wool. And see, it's not quite even, it's too skinny at the bottom, so I'm going to add just a little more. Okay, so that looks just about right, and well, it's a little fat. I think that'll be good. Okay, so I go to the first leg, and this is kind of tough. You have to, and it's white on white, so it's kind of hard to see. You have to pull the leg over this scissor, and it's easier to do if it's in your lap instead of on a table, but that's okay. And you really have to work at pulling the leg down, but you have to be careful so that it doesn't, like, you don't break the leg. And the wool should be longer than the leg itself. See, the leg ends right here, because you want the wool to extend up into the body, and that also will give the leg some stability and keep it from being all wobbly. And then once I've gotten it in as far as I can, I start to pull the scissors out of the wool just a little bit, like just about halfway out, and stop. And then I use the tip of the scissors while it's still in the wool to even more really push it in. And then all this wool that's left, I can just push right into the belly. And that's one little completed leg. And you can just test it, see if it's how you want, and keep going with the rest of the legs. And you can see that it's really firm. And that's exactly what you want, because over time the wool will sort of deflate a little bit, and it will get softer. So even though it feels like really hard right now, that's good, because it will soften up. And if you make it too soft to begin with, it will deflate to like nothing. So I'm just going to go ahead now and do the other 3 legs. Okay, so I've stuffed all 4 legs. This is a good time to check that they're about the same thickness and length but they don't have to be perfect because you can always kind of play with it later and get it just right. So now go ahead and stitch the face with this string that's actually from your bind off. It's still there, this tail from the bind off at the end of knitting. And just thread the tapestry needle and go ahead and stitch the face right up. And then after that, you'll put stuffing in the neck and the head, and you'll stitch up the neck. And then after that, it will just be to stitch up the bottom, which looks funny right now, and the rest of the belly and the back. And then you'll be ready to add hair.